Los Angeles. This is On the Red Carpet at Dancing with the Stars. Sponsored by Mirbetric Mirbegron.
On the red carpet, Dancing with the Stars, week 4. It has been an emotional roller coaster tonight. Talk about waterworks. I've got Sasha and Gleb. First up, tell me Foxtrot, score of 24 tonight.
I'm really relieved because it is really emotional, not just what I did, but what everyone did. I mean, I think I pretty much cried in every number. But I'm really happy with what we did. I'm really proud of it, and it's a big thank you to him because he really captured my emotions.
Well, yeah, I mean, Gleb, Bruno said you guys were back on track this week.
Yeah, totally. I'm so proud of Sasha. 3/8, and it's a really hard dance too. There was a lot of content. And you know what? Honestly, we were struggling the whole week. It's actually everything worked out tonight. That was the last pass we did, and it was amazing. Sasha's never done it like that before ever, so I was really surprised. It's so proud. It's amazing.
Now, we put some questions out to your fans, of course, the important fans, the fans who do the voting.
Right.
So, Alex, these have all come to us via Twitter tonight. So, Alex wants to know, how do you guys feel about a camp rock theme? A rock of...
A camp rock.
You got it there, camp rock thing for Disney Week. My bad.
Disney Week. Yeah. That would be really fun. Actually, that would be really fun. I haven't seen that movie in years.
Well, there you go. Another question via Twitter: how has your partnership grown?
Well, I think it's grew a lot. I mean, we have a lot of fun, but at the same time, we work really hard. And it's not boring to teach Sasha. She's got such a fun personality. She's a very, very sweet, genuine girl, and she has a lot to tell. Like, she's got a huge story, and I feel like I've learned a lot too working with Sasha, and hopefully she'll learn how to dance.
Yeah, what about you? How is this? I mean, we're at week 4 now. How is the experience going, and you growing together as a team? I
mean, honestly, this is, like you said, it's a lot of hard work, and the fact that I still love it means that he's an amazing guy. And honestly, we get along really well. It's easy. We don't have to work at getting along with each other. So I'm just really happy that you're my partner, and I have learned a lot from you.
And listen, it's only week 4, and I know it's a friendship for life.
Yeah.
We're going to be friends for life, so that's the most important thing.
Now, it is Disney Week next week, so I know you can't give away too much, but is there a Disney character you would love to be and to dance as?
So many. I feel like any princess, Cinderella, Little Mermaid, anyone from The Lion King. I mean, I love Disney movies, and that was a big part of my childhood, obviously. So, yeah, we'll see.
What about you?
I'm going to be a prince. I'll tell you next week what kind of prince, but I'm just going to be a prince.
Why doesn't that surprise me? Well, listen, guys, thank you so much. Congratulations. We'll see you next week. Always a pleasure. There you go, Dancing with the Stars. It is week 4, and it has been an emotional week this week, with everyone dancing to the theme of an important year in their lives. And I don't think we've ever seen so many waterworks from the stars, from the pros, and even from all the press who were backstage watching tonight's show. Plenty of tears. So we are, of course, live on abc.com, and I want to tell you about a great competition we have. If you want to be down here and be part of Dancing with the Stars for the fall 2018 season, you can be. Go to keepdancingnow.com. That's keepdancingnow.com, and you could be here in Los Angeles for the fall 2018 season of Dancing with the Stars. So as we look now, I did see, of course, it was an elimination night tonight, and Derek and Shauna were the couple we said goodbye to this evening. I did see them on the press line earlier, but I also saw them being whisked back into the studio. So we may have, I'm afraid, missed our chance to talk to Derek, to Shauna. But we will see. You never know. It is live. Of course, they announced tonight that the Dancing with the Lives tour. Oh, we're going to talk to Cheryl and Terrell. We are live. We're live on the red carpet. Hello.
How are you?
I'm good, but let's talk. There were tears and tears from you tonight. It was really emotional, wasn't it?
It was real. And when it comes to my grandmother, I mean, for a lady that was so dear to me, raised me. She was like my mom, my grandmother, my dad. She was everything. And so, no disrespect, I love my mom. I mean, she's always been there at the same time. But again, like my grandmother, she was the rock of the family.
Yeah, Terrell, what do you think your grandmother would make of your journey? It's been 4 weeks on this show. What do you think she would be making of this?
She'd be very proud. She'd be tuned in every week. I mean, I think if she was living today, this would be a show that she would watch on a regular.
Yeah, and Cheryl, you guys really, really connected on the dance floor tonight. We all felt it. How do you make that connection happen?
Well, it's a lot of hard work because without, knowing what you're doing, it's hard to get emotional. But, I just knew that this tonight was something very special to Terrell. So I just wanted to get him as comfortable as possible so that he could really show that emotion. I told him there is no routine without the emotion. So he really brought it today, which, made it very easy for me to dance with him.
Yeah, and also, I mean, your scores are up from last week, which is great. 24 out of 30 this week. We're asking our friends on Twitter, your fans on Twitter, to pitch in with some questions for tonight. So this has come from McKenna. She wants to know, what's your favorite part about each other?
Probably just us pulling the best out of each other. I mean, for me, I know she's a professional. She's a professional dancer. I'm trying to be an ounce of what she's been all her career. So I'm just trying to bring a little bit to the table.
He's a hard worker. I mean, he goes in that studio and, what you see is what you get, and he works super hard. But he also, he is so humble at the same time, and he's not afraid to make fun of himself, which is great.
Well, Terrell and Cheryl, thank you so much. We're glad you survived another week. Good talking to you. Disney Week next week. I look forward to seeing who you guys will be. Thank you very much. There we go, Terrell and Cheryl. So as I was saying, we did have to say goodbye to Derek and Shana this evening, which is a shame. We had some questions for them too, but that's what happens. It's Dancing with the Stars, and every week someone has to go. So I've got Jordan is next to me. Hopefully we'll talk to them. A bit of a surprise on tonight's show was Drew's brother turning up in his performance, the Property Brothers taking to the dance floor. That was very unexpected and one of the highlights, certainly, of a very emotional and action-packed show. As I said, Kleenex have done good business out of tonight. A lot of tears. And it really shows in people's performances. I mean, I guess that's what dance is all about. But you connect. And when you've got such emotional themes running through the show, it's easy to see performances shine. We saw a lot of 8s tonight. There were a lot of 8s across the board, which is interesting because last week there was it was slightly lower, but it was similar. A lot of scores of 21 last week, a lot of scores of 24 this week. Where you can see there, I think they're doing a little. Jordan here they're doing a little social media business, which why not? It's all about that. Jordan and Lindsay doing their social media. Yes. Oh, I've got somebody being brought down to us. I'm being given a wave. Who's coming down to me? Oh, yes. Nikki and no, they're tricking me. Hi, guys. Oh, here we go. It's going. But my gosh, have you dried up now? Any more tears left?
No. I mean, I'm having a hard time with Derek leaving. He's my closest contestant friend in the show, and so it's a real shock. So it's been a lot of up and down today, but we definitely have an up to celebrate, and we're very, very grateful for that.
I mean, that's an understatement. You guys are leading on the leaderboard.
It feels great. I mean, first 10s of the season, and it could not have come on a better night. Honestly, before this day started, all I cared about was that this story was told in the way that Jordan wanted it to be and that everything went well. So when that happened, they could have said any score and I would have been so proud of what we did. So having that cherry on top of such an incredible moment was very special.
Now, Jordan, you touched on something tonight that I thought was really important in your package. You talked about being adopted, but how important having that signed piece of paper, that official thing. I mean, we talk about, well, we're family, but there's something about when you have that moment where it's written and it's signed and it's sealed and delivered by a judge. And that's very relevant to what's going on around the world with equality and all types of things.
Absolutely. I look at it like marriage. You can love somebody to death, and claim that you do, and I'm sure that that means a lot. But at the end of the day, when it's signed and it's on a piece of paper and it's documented and you are legally one person and you do it in front of the people that you love and you celebrate that and you cut a cake, there's an officiality, I guess, if that's even a word, about that thing that you talk about, and that's what that day meant for me in 2005.
And what did it mean tonight, having your parents there watching you? You went in for quite a hug at the end of that performance.
I did, yeah. You're trying to kill me. I have no more juices left.
I don't believe you.
It was unbelievable, man. It was exactly the way. She took such good care of this piece and of this story and of me and my emotions and the ups and the downs of the week and learning how to tell this story in the way that we're going to. And I'm so grateful for that. And being able to cap it that way was incredible.
Well, we're grateful as well, and we look forward to seeing you Disney Week next week. I can't wait to see what you guys do. We'll talk to you next week. Thanks so much. Keeps on rolling. Nikki and Artem.
What's up?
Here she is. Come on, give me my dance.
Oh, yeah, this one?
There we go.
Oh, this one?
Yeah,
or which one are you doing?
I don't know. Remember,
I kind of like yours. It's like, whoa.
I've been practicing
use
since
my
last-
hips,
Yes.
but like I kind of go more like that.
Contemporary score of 24. Happy?
Very happy.
Yes.
Super risky. Using silks was not easy, and you know what? You've done best actually on the live show, so I'm really happy.
Yeah, I want to talk about that. Using silks. Totally different skill set, isn't it? How was that for you?
Gosh. There were a lot of frustrating moments, I'm not going to lie. But overall, I really liked it. I feel like, being a WWE superstar, you kind of feel like a stunt person. And the silks made me feel that way. But, oh my gosh, my upper body, it is like, I literally took the longest baths every night. I was the queen of Bengay, which I never thought I would use a whole
Is
lube
that what
of.
that smell is?
Yes, sorry. A lot of it. Like a whole lube. But anyways, I would say, never mind.
We went somewhere else there for a second. So we are getting questions from your fans and our fans on Twitter tonight. And so we're live on abc.com. We're talking to them directly. I had one here from JoJo's Life 94. She wants to know, how did Artem create a dance that fits Nikki so well?
I think getting to know the story is the main thing. So actually, the first time when we meet on Tuesday after the Monday show, we have this interview called Heart to Heart, and then we got to find out what this story is all about. And I think getting that inspiration really helps to come up with something different every week. And this story was so emotional and so inspiring. I mean, breaking neck is, I could not even imagine what it feels like. And having like your career on the line that you might never be wrestling was a lot to take in. So I had like a huge responsibility to make it, to make this dance suit the story, and I thought it worked really well.
Yeah.
I thought so. Another fan question here. Can you give us a hint on your Disney Week character? Everyone wants to know about Disney Week.
Yes, I can. It's what my nieces and nephews call me. That's the only hint I could give you.
What your nieces and nephews call you. Well, there you go. Well, we look forward to finding out what your nieces and nephews call you next week. Well done, and great emotional dance tonight. Thank you so much for talking to us. We'll see you next week. The line continues to keep moving. Hello, how are you? Here at Dancing with the Stars. Now, again, if you want to be here for the fall 2018 season, you can be. You could win a trip to Los Angeles to be here for a live taping of Dancing with the Stars for the fall 2018 season. All you have to do is go to keepdancingnow.com. Again, that's keepdancingnow.com. All the information is there. Something else that is happening at the moment is the Dancing with the Stars Fantasy League. If you go to, I believe it's dancingwiththestars.com / dancing. You know what? I'm giving bad information. So go to the ABC and Dancing with the Stars website, abc.com, Dancing with the Stars. You'll find out all the information about the Fantasy League there. You could win a trip for 4 to Disney's Aulani Resort in Hawaii. So it's worth going and checking out. The line continues. We've got the Property Brothers here on the line. We've got Vic and Val next to us, who hopefully will come and talk to us. Of course, we are live on abc.com. So once they finish up there, we're going to get 2 quick questions with them, hopefully. And, of course, it was an elimination night tonight. We said goodbye to Derek Fisher and to Shana. A bit of a surprise, I think. I think a lot of the people on the dance floor were surprised. Of course, Nick and Peta were in the bottom 2 as well, and they'd been in that position before. So but for Derek and Shana to leave the competition, I've been told we're not going to get a chance to talk to them tonight. They are already on their way to the airport. So they're on their way to the airport, and they will no doubt be on Good Morning America tomorrow. So we are hoping to have Vanessa and Max come and chat to us in just a moment. As you can see, they're talking to one of the crews. This is one of the busier nights here, I have to say, of Dancing with the Stars. But anything and everything happens. They're wrapping up their question, and hopefully they're going to come straight over to us at abc.com and on the red carpet at Dancing with the Stars. 4 weeks, can you believe? Next week, Disney Week, we're already halfway through the competition. Here they come. Hello, I missed you. Real celebration, wasn't it?
It was a lot of 24 to 30, because at this point today was just about everybody getting an opportunity to tell their story, and with the help of their pros, being able to put it into this beautiful routine and express themselves emotionally and then perform it for a live audience. I mean, that right there is a feat within itself, and you only have a few days to make it happen. And then what they tell you at home is these packages. We don't see these until you guys see them.
And we're all sitting here crying, watching
That's
them.
the first time we see them. So, I mean, literally, Max was like, I'm going to give you two choices. I will support either one. You can either watch your package, and then we're going to go into our dance, and you're going to make it what you're going to make it, or I'll distract you. And I was like, let's watch it. So I walk out into the circle, and I don't know if people saw this, but then it started 3 seconds in, I turn out of the circle. He's like, no.
Well, I have it. Look, I have it on my card. Crying before you start.
I was mad. I mean, whenever, again, as a parent, my husband, when I see, because while we talk about things, and I'm sure that you and Peta talk about things, there's a certain aspect to Nick and what he feels his responsibility, as I assume Max does as well. So I don't see Nick as much, and that was probably the most vulnerable I've seen him about this, because he's always tried to be the rock and he's always tried to be positive, and to see him break, I mean, we were literally hugging each other. He's broken, I'm broken. I'm like, we got to do a rumba in 30 seconds.
You are the well produced is what I gotta say. Well produced. This was a great show. It was beautiful TV. I think it took people's minds off things. God knows we need a lot of that stuff nowadays. So it's been a beautiful show. So many feelings that you can hone and kind of like, be better for. A lot of stories that you can learn from and just move on with life and be blessed. We're put here, and it's beautiful.
And we're glad we get to do it again with you next week. Thank you. Disney Week.
Yeah, hopefully no tears, apparently. Who knows?
You gotta have a little tear. Are you going to be an elf?
Or a deer. I haven't decided yet.
Well,
maybe a gnome.
You've got time to think about it. And we'll work on the carpet. There you go. So they are safe for another week. It wasn't the same story for Derek and Shana, unfortunately. We've got the Property Brothers standing next to me, Drew and Emma, and of course Drew's brother. And hopefully we'll be talking to them in just a moment. They danced the jive tonight. They did the jive and a score of 24 out of 30. Here they come. I'm good. Good to see you. Welcome. Woo. Hello, Emma. Good to see you. I mean, this is first of all, the color.
Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. I think on Property Brothers, I'm going to trade out all my suits for this look.
You should see the thong I'm wearing right now. It matches too.
I think that's nice when they give you a matching dance belt.
Yes, yeah.
It's important. 24 out of 30 did the jive. A surprise for us.
Yeah, I mean, we were trying so hard this week to keep this a secret, so we rehearsed in private, and then even when we did our run-through earlier, we kept Jonathan hidden, so everyone was surprised. It was so much fun.
Even Bruno turns over when I was huddled by the desk, because that's where I was hiding before I came out, and he's like, Drew, why are you here? You got to get out! And I'm like, I have a terrible Brew impression.
No, actually, that was really very good.
Like, he totally thought I was Drew. Yeah.
But, I mean, twice the work for her to choreograph for both of us, and she was a rock star out there. So
yeah, now tell me about that. Was it harder to dance?
Well, no, because I had so much fun, so I knew what I wanted to do, but harder in the sense that, schedules, I had to get them both in the room at the same time. I was like telling them, hey, on that construction site, make sure you watch the video and rehearse, and they did. They actually did.
Now, Carrie Ann talked about your hands. What's going on with your hands?
I think it was like that, like the jumping jacks, the star jump. Yeah. So I'm gonna look back and see what I did. She was adjusting my hands all throughout the whole thing. I'm like, what should I do? So I probably was like, ging.
We've learned over the years, Drew's hands have a mind of their own. Yeah. So I think it's some sort of secret symbol.
Oh yeah.
Well, there you go. Hey, listen, Disney next week. If you could be any Disney character, this is the moment. Come on, who would it be and why?
You know, the funny thing is, there are so many different Disney movies that I love. Like Lion King is one of my favorites as well. But we are always, fans hit us up on social media, and they tell us that we look like different Disney princesses.
The Road to El Dorado, we look like the brothers.
Who saw that one? I don't. I work. Hang on, ABC. Sorry.
Honestly, look it up. The Road to El Dorado. It's these two.
Oh yeah.
It's
or
unmistakable.
Or what else?
Aladdin. You look like Aladdin.
Yeah. There you go, Aladdin. But I don't have as good a tan. But.
Well, no, but she's worked on your tan before.
So you know,
I'm still.
First, Ned, I think I rubbed off on your suit a little bit with my.
That's all right. I actually had to pay for that suit. Normally, I've got to give those back. We have to say goodbye to someone tonight. Derek and Shanna. Was that a shock to you guys?
Yes. We honestly had no idea that Derek would be the one going home tonight. He's an amazing guy, and this just goes to show you the competition is stiff. Everyone's been up and down. Nobody's staying on the top of the leaderboard. So.
Yeah, huge shock to me. Like I don't know if you had a close up on my face, it would be like.
Hang on, Daryl, can you get in? Can we get
on my face? They said Derek and Shanna. I was like,
yeah, it was a shock, but I mean, we're going to stay in touch with Derek as well because he's just an awesome, amazing guy.
Such a great guy, and Shanna's
amazing. I know. I feel like their journey really got cut short. He's really, you don't see it. I don't know if you can see it from TV, but he is a phenomenal person.
Well, and this again stresses the point. If you want these people in the competition, you have to vote. It's not just about the judges' scores.
TeamHotProperty.com. That is, you get for these guys. Anybody, you got to. The only reason that it's like a family back there, and the somber tone that happened when they got voted off is like it's like losing a family member.
Now, if they come to you next season and say, "Would you do this?"
If I'm not doing 17 construction projects, I would love to dance.
Oh, come on, you could squeeze that.
Only if this is the dance teacher right here.
Yeah, I'll do it, absolutely.
I mean, continuity, it makes sense.
I know.
That's exactly
it. What are you talking about? You can't do that step. Your brother can do it.
Yeah.
Exactly. Hey, guys, thank you so much. Glad that you have survived another week. You were fantastic. Well done, well done. Thanks for stopping by. Of course, we've got Nick and Peta are next to me, and of course they were in the bottom two. Not the first time they were in the bottom two either. A little further down the line, I see Lindsay and Max. And yeah, there you go. So let's talk about competition time again one more time for you. Dancing with the Stars. You want to be here next year? You can be for the full 2018 season. All you have to do is go to keepdancingnow.com. That's keepdancingnow.com. All the information is there, and you could be on your way to Los Angeles for the fall 2018 season of Dancing with the Stars. So, what did you think of tonight? You can send us tweets on the red carpet. Also check out our Instagram and our Facebook page on the red carpet. And we are live on the red carpet at Dancing with the Stars, Season 4. We are looking forward to speaking to Nick and Peta, and then Lindsay and Mark. And I think we still haven't seen Frankie and Whitney yet either. They were around. And Victoria and Val. So there's still some people to come and make their way down to us as we move on through. Again, this evening's show was all about years that were important to the Stars. Years that were important to the Stars. We heard stories, emotional stories about fathers passing away. We heard stories about people getting better. And I think we're going to get Victoria and Val. Good. Come on through, guys. They're polishing off some water. Of course, Victoria and Val did the Foxtrot 27. Oh, it's crossing over. Okay, you know what? We're going to come back to Victoria and Val, and we'll do Nick and Peta. This is the fun of live. This is what happens when you're live. It's like buses all come at once. Come on, cross on through. This is live. Give them a wave. We'll talk to you. See, thank you. Well, that's nice, isn't it?
Get out of my shot.
There you go. There you go. Contemporary, 22 out of 30, and in a place you didn't want to be again.
Yes, it's getting old now. I don't want to be there anymore. It was very scary, daunting, and frustrating tonight, but I feel like we had such an amazing dance tonight. I loved it. We were in it. We gave it everything we got, and yeah, I mean, it sucks.
Probably the wrong time to tell you that I actually get a strange kind of rush from being in Jeopardy, and I actually went to the producers before both shows, and I said, look, I know this is an obscure kind of random request, but is there any way that we can be in Jeopardy every show for the rest of the season? It gets the juices flowing. I kind of like it in a weird way.
Yeah, I think that's a slightly dark and sinister way to look at it. But hey, if it works for you, it is got to be frustrating though, because Carrie Ann said that this was your best dance ever.
And she gave us an 8, so I think she backed up that comment, and I appreciate that. You know, we really went for this one. I mean, not that we didn't go for the others, but this was a very emotional night for all of us, and it was an emotional story for me. Peta came up with amazing choreography for a dance that was very, very meaningful, and so I was very proud of the work we put in A, and the performance tonight B, and it was nice to see it rewarded with a great score like an 8. So I appreciate that comment.
Yeah, Peta, tell me, how do you come up with that? Contemporary is so broad, really, and then when it's all about the emotion tonight, how do you put that together?
Piece by piece, really. I look at what the story is. It's about true love at the end of the day. Love rules, love wins. So I knew what my ending was going to be. I knew what my beginning was going to be, obviously starting with the marriage ceremony. And throughout the storyline, I mean, throughout everybody's story, there's got to be some struggle, some sadness, some excitement, some love, some triumph. So I try to do choreography for that in the middle.
Yeah, and you know what? Love kept you here another week. So we're grateful for that.
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah. Disney Week next week. Cannot wait.
It's going to be good.
Very
It's a fun
exciting.
one. Yep.
All right, we will see you guys next week. Thank goodness. Of course, that was Nick and Peta. Nick and Peta were unfortunately in the bottom 2. They survived another week. And you heard Peta say she's sick and tired of being in the bottom 2. All right, we're going to try again for Victoria and Val. As I said, it's live, so it all comes at once when you're doing live. You can stand and you can talk like I am now, and then everyone comes at once. So, all right, we're going to try again. We're still live.
Hey, we're still live. Hello.
Hello. Dancing I know, everyone. You know what? We're going to have to talk to our producers because everyone is saying there's no red carpet.
You should just have a square.
I was going to use Paul, my producer.
On your shirt, yeah.
Anyway, you can't see him, but he's in red. Foxtrot, 27 out of 30.
I'm very excited about that. I actually forgot about our scores because we were so caught up in the dance.
I don't think this week is not so much about the scores as much as it is about the feeling that you left the performance with, and I was so proud of her. We felt great.
Yeah. Now, we have been asking our fans, your fans, via Twitter today and tonight to send us questions, and since we are live on abc.com, they are watching right now. So, Jill had a tweet. She wants to know, what's your most memorable moment in training?
In training for Hi Jill, and for this dance?
Yeah, well, and just in general, in all the training over the last 4 weeks.
I think our first session, I was like, I can't dance. I had just a moment where I called my mom and I was crying. I'm like, I can't dance without feeling my legs. It was just a real kind of smack me in the face moment. What about you? I was your little gremlin.
Well, we've proven you otherwise.
Yeah.
You certainly have proven otherwise.
My most memorable moment at rehearsal? I don't know, when the locker almost killed me last week. We were doing the quick step, yeah.
I'm glad it didn't. Let's go another quick question from one of the fans. When they came to you with the offer for Dancing with the Stars, how did you know that you could do this? What made you inside go, I can do this?
I honestly didn't know if I could, but I think some of the coolest things I've ever done have kind of scared me, and I didn't know if I could do it, but I just kind of went for it. And so that was the same with this, is I was like, well, might as well just go for it and see what I can do.
And you keep doing it week after week after week. Thank you so much. Disney next week, can't wait. We'll work on a patch of red carpet. Thank you. We'll speak to the props people. There you go. People talking about our floor space, which I know, Daryl, zoom down. It is a little bit of a shame. This is on the red carpet at Dancing with the Stars. It's interpretive. Okay, we've got Lindsay and Mark coming over now. Boy, oh boy, did this woman make me cry tonight.
Oh, really?
Oh, no, please. You knew what you were doing all along.
I know. I've made myself cry.
Lindsay and Mark, Viennese Waltz, 26 out of 30. Tonight, all about Dad.
All about my papa. Even this hat, the scarf, this is all my dad's.
Yeah, Mark, how important was it for you to get this right for her tonight?
Oh, it's very important. You know, it's a huge honor to be able to pay tribute to Lindsay's father, such a great man, and you know, we really worked hard on the dance, but not just that, the details and making it personal. You know, it's one thing to just do a Viennese Waltz, but how do we make this personal? Because this week was such a personal night for everybody, you know, and everyone's very exposed, and I think it's a great thing for the audience to get to know, you know, all our partners even a little bit better. So, you know, we really went for it with detailing, and from the scarf, the hat, the shadow at the end, the red balloon going out, coming in, and then also making sure we were dancing correctly.
Yeah, was it your mission to make everybody cry?
You know, not exactly. I mean, I really was very excited about the fact to honor my father, and I honestly didn't realize it would be so hard for me to do. You know, when I did those interviews, I was shocked at how I couldn't get through them, and you know, I was like, no, I've processed this, I'm good. But man, I think I had a lot I needed to still process.
And probably will continue to.
I'm sure. You know, I still think, oh, I should call my dad. I still think that all the time, and I don't think those feelings will ever go. They'll never go away.
Well, you know what? You taught me a very valuable lesson tonight just watching you. Now, we've been putting it out in the Twitter sphere today and tonight for your fans and our fans to ask questions. And since, as I've said, we are live on abc.com right now, so these people, I hope, since they tweeted us, are watching. So Alex has a question. Are you going to incorporate any of your musical talents into any of your Dancing with the Stars dances?
We sure are. Because not only do I do music stuff, but Mark is an incredible musician.
Stuff.
Really eloquent. I'm also very good with words. But Mark is an incredible musician as well. And so we have some ideas.
We have some ideas, yeah, for sure.
Okay. This one is from JoJo's Life 94. What was it like constantly thinking of your dad?
This week has been hard.
It's been a heavy week.
It's been very heavy. Cried a lot. And, you know, honestly, I was very depressed this week, like super down. And, you know, I prayed last night to pull myself out of it. I said, please, like, help that tomorrow will be special. And I woke up today full of peace. And I felt peace I was terrified, but I felt peace before I danced. And I really feel like my dad was with me.
I'm sure he was. Erica wants to know, everyone wants to know, I want to know, what hint can you give us about Disney Week?
Ooh.
Come on, give us something.
A hint I can give you is I wouldn't expect the normal kind of a thing that I, as a choreographer, would typically do on Disney night. It's going to be very different, I think, and it'll be a definite change of pace for the evening in general, so I'm looking forward to it.
Now, that you just kept saying, going to be different. You said in your package tonight, it's okay to be different. Didn't your dad say that to you?
He did. My dad was very unique, and more so through his example than actual words. He always made me feel like it was wonderful to be different. We're all different, and we shouldn't be afraid of that.
Yeah. Well, listen, thank you so much. Thank you for the lessons you taught us tonight in your dance and in your bravery. Thank you, as always. We'll see you next week. Disney Week at Dancing with the Stars. Cannot wait. Okay, we are looking down the line. You know what? I think that wraps it up for us here at week 4 on the red carpet, or as the stars have been telling us, on the grey concrete, but never mind. My pleasure with the team here. Don't forget, if you want to be a part of Dancing with the Stars next year, you can for the full 2018 season. All you have to do is go to keepdancingnow.com, and you and a friend could be coming to Los Angeles for the fall 2018 live taping season right here. So, from all of us on the red carpet and Dancing with the Stars, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week for Disney Week at Dancing with the Stars.